Although many people have gone through it, we are the first generation who really doesn't have that support system to take care of us. You probably grew up with like an auntie, an uncle, a cousin. For us, where those people, they're booked.
Get ready for an intriguing conversation. I'm sitting down with the CEO of Uzazi Hub to talk about the real challenges of being a mom.
What happened, it was a very difficult pregnancy. I spent the whole 4th month of my first pregnancy in hospital, and I had surgery on my uterus while 4 months pregnant.
From balancing work and family to facing pregnancy difficulties and postpartum blues.
Postpartum depression happens to moms who have just given birth. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Your body has changed. You have this person who's fully reliant on you. It can be overwhelming. So it has different stages.
We'll share personal stories. Plus, we'll explore how Uzazi Hub is making it easier for moms to find the products and services they need.
Because this is a woman less than 6 weeks after giving birth, out in the cold. You know how cold it is at 6:30 in the morning? For me, I'm on this leisurely walk.
The term motherhood goes beyond fertility and being able to bear small humans. It means love, happiness, family, and contentment. And yet, there are days that are easy and there are days that are difficult. In today's world, it's difficult for moms to juggle between career and motherhood. And yet, it's the new reality that we have to deal with as modern mothers. I'm in a precious space of Uzazi Hub, an initiative that is trying to ease this new phenomenon of motherhood and career. We're going to have this honest conversation with her. And without any further ado, what is Uzazi Hub?
Uzazi is a Kiswahili word that stands for parenthood, fatherhood, motherhood, like Omzade. A hub is a place where many different things happen. So we are a parenthood hub. But right now, what we are focused on is streamlining the journey of motherhood for pregnant women and new moms. Basically, from the moment that you're like, oh my God, I discovered I'm pregnant. Oh my God, I discovered I'm pregnant. All the way up to your baby's 2nd birthday. There's a lot of mental stress that's involved, especially if you're a first timer. So we want to relieve some of that stress, especially when it comes for looking for things that you need. So we provide a bridge. The mother on this side who's desperately looking for products and services, and on this side, there are businesses, many small businesses that cater to one aspect in that journey. We are aggregating them, putting them together and putting them on the platform, So all the mother has to do is go to uzazihub.com and find everything that she needs from zero, from when she just discovers she's pregnant, straight through to baby about 2-3 years, the first 1,000 days. And as we grow and expand, we intend to now add services in that frame as well. So for right now, what's there are the products. We hope in the next 12 months to now start putting services and then also have content, basic content, because as you know, as a first-time mother, it's not easy.
It is not. Do you have like a turning point in your life that made you choose this path?
Yes, I do. I graduated and began practicing as a lawyer for quite a number of years. Then I've run several other businesses before. Even during my first pregnancy, I was running a successful bar restaurant. But what happened, it was a very difficult pregnancy. And I spent the whole 4th month of my first pregnancy in hospital, and I had surgery on my uterus while 4 months pregnant. So it was really scary, to say the least. But it helped me to slow down and have more time to think, because when you're working, you just go. But now life has humbled you and put you in that hospital bed doing nothing else for 1 month. So to sort of gain control in the situation, I started Googling stuff about motherhood, about my situation, and that started me on a path. I would say that was the birth of the idea. And after I gave birth, I suffered from what's called postpartum depression.
Did you know about it by then?
I think vaguely, vaguely.
Yeah.
I'd heard of it definitely, but because I'd never experienced it, I'd never given it my time, you know. So postpartum depression happens to moms who have just given birth, and you don't know whether you're coming or going. Your body has changed. You have this person who's fully reliant on you, and it can be overwhelming. So it has different stages. There is the mild, you know, to the really extreme. You hear of moms throwing their babies in garbage bins, throwing them in latrines. I beg your audience not to be so quick to judge, because you might find it's just a mental condition. That woman, once she gets back to her senses, she'll be horrified. That doesn't excuse the action.
Of course.
But so those are the extremes. So I was somewhere in between, you know, through this whole depression. You don't feel like yourself, you don't want to get out, you don't want to interact with the world, you're not understanding, your baby has all these needs that you feel like you feel like you're not doing a good job. And I finally managed to get out of the house. The first 4 months I was only getting out for immunizations, those first immunizations. Otherwise I was like at home, I didn't want to see people. But I get out, do a morning walk, I end up at this local market, and I find this lady. No, first I had something crying, and I go there. This is like 6:30 a.m.
in the morning.
Yes, the sun has just come through. I hear like a little baby crying. You know, of course now my instincts are up because my baby is also still small. And this lady in the outside of the market selling things, just outside of the market. She was selling potatoes. She had her baby in an empty like Renzori mineral water box, like those boxes that carry like 24 bottles of, so she had her baby in that box, and the baby looked like not even more than a week or 2 weeks old, looked less than a month old. And of course this attracted my attention. I went to the baby and I asked the mom, you know, what's happening, you know, and she gives me this whole really sad story. She had a stall inside the market, but because of her pregnancy, right, she gave the stall to her brother. Her husband was a drunkard. The brother used up all the capital.
Oh my God.
He spent it, you know, lavishly, and she couldn't pay for the next month. So when she comes back, she no longer has a store. She has to make money. She has zero capital. So she used to sell vegetables and fruits. But these people who come with potatoes told her, I can give you 2 sacks of potatoes if you meet me at this motel. So because she was there selling potatoes, I mean, I put 2 and 2 together, and I was beyond horrified, because this is a woman less than 6 weeks after giving birth, out in the cold. You know how cold it is at 6:30 in the morning. For me, I'm on this leisurely walk, you know, and it was so eye-opening, because in that moment, you know, before that I was, woe is me, you know, depression can really take you down a really dark path where you think you're the only one in the world who's going through it. So if you're going through either whatever type of depression or postpartum depression, just know that you're not alone. It's difficult to realize it in the moment, but that's what it is. So here I was depressed, you know, I've finally gotten out of the house, and I'm like, woe is me, and I'm taking this leisurely walk because I can. So the privilege was not lost on me, because, you know, if the circumstances were different, I would be her. So that was the light bulb, you know. So the birthplace of thinking about pregnant women and mothers began my 1 month hospital stay. But I think that was like maybe the conception of the idea. But after my experience with that lady, that was what kind of, you know, like gave me that kick, you know, in the backside. because you're already emotional when you just given birth, and
very.
then so let's just say I looked at my whole life differently. The Nabifo who walked towards that lady and the Nabifo who left after having the conversation were two different people, you know. And one of the things I realized is she could also be going through some sort of depression, but she doesn't have the privilege to actually
even think
be there
about,
and be like, woe is me.
depressed.
She has to go out and make the money, and here I am, you know.
That was such a turning point, guys.
So that was my turning point, and that's when I decided to dedicate more time, more resources to learning more about the struggles of being a mother, especially in the African context. So that's how the journey began, and as time went on, you know, I dropped everything else and I'm 1,000% focused.
Guys, I'm just mesmerized by the story. I want to know about the services that Uzazi is offering. But before that, I would like to understand what kind of mother are you focusing on? Because there's different mothers, like the one you saw in the market. There's this one in the office.
I can give you two answers. Myself as the individual.
Okay.
All mothers. It doesn't matter where you come from, where you're going, I care. And whenever I have a moment, I will do something as an individual, right? However, as Uzazi Hub, we are a for-profit business. We started as an NGO, but I don't know if you're aware that it's very difficult for an NGO to start and operate in the current climate in Uganda. You have so many, the barrier of entry is quite high. So it became clear, you know, that we had to go for profit. So at the moment, we are in March 2024. We are focused on the working mother. So the working mother, middle income and above. Yes, though because I'm a humanitarian at heart, a member of Rotary, we do a lot of reach outs and CSR, and someone reaches out with a need, we see how to either direct them or see how we can make a small difference.
So I want to know, did you go back to that woman?
Yes, I did. I mean, she literally changed my perspective on what I was going through. So because Rotarian, which is a non-profit, action-focused, non-government organization, we wrote a grant for market women. Yes. So at that time, Uzazi was still like deep in my head. Yes, it was still brewing in my head. But I knew I had to do something for this lady. Yes. So I ran a restaurant and bar at that time. So she became our supplier. She became one of our core suppliers for the Irish that make chips and all potato related dishes. And then we did a grant to support all market women, especially those with children, as my Rotary Club. Yes, and we even got a radio station. We got the daycare in the market sorted so that mothers can take their kids to the daycare in the market.
Wow, that's amazing.
I felt like it was at the least
you could do
that I could do, and her gratitude, oh my God, even just thinking about it, I get, emotional. You can't put into words when someone in that situation gets immediate help to get back into the market, and how she continued to show her gratitude is amazing.
I'm really happy to hear that. I feel like going there to this time.
And before that, trust me, I thought I was like the low of the low, which is ridiculous when you think about it right now. But that's what I thought, because you're not yourself in those moments. You're not yourself. Something is broken inside you, but it is fixable.
So speaking of fixing things, could you tell us some of the services that you have on Uzazi Hub?
So one thing that I realized as we started Uzazi, in the beginning, from my own personal journey, I realized that it was so difficult to find the products and services that a mother needs. Every 3 months, her needs are changing, and yet when you go into the market looking for things for each stage, let's say you're at the stage of, oh my God, I'm pregnant, you need to do the test kit to confirm, you need the prenatal vitamins, you need, little things. Within the next 3 months, your body is changing, you need maternity underwear, you need office outfits that are comfortable. As with every stage, there's something different that you need. And when you look in the market, in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, most African countries, the sellers sell one specific part of that journey, and yet you're the same customer, right? So every time you cannot go back. You have to look again. You have to spend time looking for things again. So what we are doing as Uzazi, we are looking for sellers in each of those stages.
Okay.
And we are telling you, we can get you your customers. Come on board and take very good pictures of your products and put them on our platform.
Wow.
Then on this other side, we are reaching out to the mothers and we are telling them, come find the products you need. You no longer have to run around town like a headless chicken for like 3 days. I remember I wanted maternity trousers and it took me, I think, over a week to find a place that sold comfortable maternity trousers, because for me dresses were just not working because you've gained weight and that thighs are rubbing. So I needed,
wounds and all that.
and bikers also have their issues. So and it took me a long time, and that's when I realized there's a gap. These people exist.